Hey guys, welcome to another species spotlight. Today we're doing it on the ropefish or E. calibrachus. We're going to handle the species spotlight the way we always do. We'll discuss the origins a little bit, then we'll go into behavior, size, tank setup, tank mates, and so forth. Touch on the water conditions, look at what feeding is involved for this species of fish, and then a quick summary. So the ropefish is a very interesting fish. It basically originates throughout West and Central Africa in the backwaters of the Niger and Congo rivers. It inhabits slower moving waters and basically likes to hang out in roots and reeds and so forth. It does relatively well in lower oxygenated conditions and fairly warm water conditions. It handles that really well. And it's really a fish that's more nocturnal. It's not really out and about so much during the day. This is obviously in the wild. It's for the evasion of predators and so forth. And of course, it's brown, unique kind of, well, not unique, but uniform brown coloration. Also helps it blend in with its surroundings really well. Now, touching on its behavior, size, tank mates, and so forth, let's start off with their basic temperament. It's actually really peaceful species of fish. It's not aggressive with conspecifics. It mixes well with other members of its own kind. The only thing, like I mentioned, is they're nocturnal. So if you want to get to see them more during the day, you're going to have to start introducing food even when they're not out and about to encourage them to come out into the light, and then slowly this will become a habit, and they'll respect the feeding punch clock like a lot of fish will be stimulated to do. The fish gets pretty big. It can get up to 3 feet long in the wild. Not that it would attain that size in captivity, but full size adults you're looking at really end up keeping them in a 6-foot tank for best results. Suitable tank mates, although they're peaceful and they don't have that big mouths, you still need to have medium to larger sizes of fish to keep with them. Things like opaline grammies, pearl grammies, any of the mid to larger size anabantids work well. Congo tetras, like larger tetras, is an ideal situation. Are really keeping Congos with them. A nice school of Congos looks really beautiful with some ropefish, and especially when you consider the type of decor that they prefer, which is a lot of driftwood and rootwood, where you can have a nubius growing on it or plants like that, java fern and so forth. Kind of natural and looks really good with Congo tetras and really suits the ropefish as well. You want to provide plenty of hiding places for them as well. As I mentioned, in the wild, that's what they do. While they feel a lot more comfortable in the tank when you provide them with that, and plus it encourages their antics of peeking out from within the decor that you set up. So it's amusing. It looks nice, and it gives them kind of a character that is nice to observe. The one thing you really got to be careful with, I'd say, in your setup is making sure that your aquarium is escape proof. You want to make sure that you have a tight fitting glass top, and even small gaps can be exploited by these fish to get out. So make sure you have a good inch or so of distance between the water surface and the top of the tank, that it's sealed in glass. It also serves as an important thing for them to be able to gulp some atmospheric air, as these fish have a requirement to take in some atmospheric air from time to time as well. And then in terms of water circulation, you don't need heavy water circulation, but a medium flow with a good sized canister filter is important, so that you control any debris buildup. They have pretty heavy appetites and so forth, so that's important. Now let's get into the water conditions next. Temperature anywhere from about 75 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit is a good idea. I think 78, 79 degrees is really pretty much ideal. A pH range on the slightly acidic side is what you want to keep them at, 6.5 to 7.2. The main thing here is really avoiding large or abrupt changes in any water chemistry. Consistency, like it is, regular water conditions that don't vary very much, like it is for most tropical fish. And then, of course, lighting. When it comes to ropefish, you want medium to lower light levels for them. They're more comfortable, will come out during the day. Much easier to get them to come out during the day if you maintain that type of lighting condition. Now, once you have them acclimated to your tank, feeding, let's get into that a bit. Once they're acclimated, they're not a difficult fish to get to eat. Pellets that sink to the bottom, various frozen foods like shrimp, mysis, bloodworms. They're really pretty easy on feeding. Getting to feed on dry food, it might take some specimens a little longer than others. You may have to mix the dry food, the pellets, with some frozen food to get them used to it, but they acclimate pretty easy to prepared foods. So in summary, we consider this to be a really interesting fish to observe. It's one of our favorites. We have some large adults here in a tank in our aquatic room that we've enjoyed for many years now. I don't know if you guys remember, but a good 6 or 7 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, we did a video called Oddball Aquarium Fish. We actually featured that aquarium. So we still have these fish. Are doing really, really well. Yeah, and I mean, if you really want to enjoy them, as I mentioned before, then getting them used to a daytime feeding schedule is really a good thing to do to really enjoy them during the day. And in terms of their hardy nature and flexibility in terms of being kept with various tank mates, they rank very, very highly. So they would be definitely on our top list of fish that you'd want to consider keeping. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to leave us a comment, a like, and most of all, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks a lot, guys. Till the next time.